Welcome, everyone. Thank you so much for being here. Welcome to episode 2 of The Healer's Journey, where together we're navigating healthcare and self care. Today, I have a very special guest. Love him dearly, Dr. Brenton Hicks, who has partnered with Healing Heroic Healers, aka H Cubed, and I'm so excited to bring him on and have this conversation with him today. Brenton, hi. How
Hey,
are we
everybody.
doing?
Hey. Thank you again for having me on. It's truly an
Yeah.
honor. You guys talk too highly of me, so I always appreciate the love.
No, of course. And it's well deserved. Trust me, y'all. We're going to get into some good conversation here. Can you kind of let our guests know a little bit more about you, who you are, what you do?
Yeah. So once again, my name is Dr. Brenton Hicks. I am a chiropractor by trade, a dad by regular day. It's me and my wife and my daughter, Aspen. She's 2 now. We are the past owners of More Life Chiropractic, a chiropractic office in the Northland of Kansas City. We have recently relocated to the Iowa area where we're continuing the chiropractic journey, but also mixing in a few more things. So we've definitely been on a blessed journey, and we're excited to be here today. I'm excited for you guys to have me on. Like I said, I appreciate you more than you realize.
Oh, wow. I love that. Iowa. And you said you mixed in some new things. I am loving that. I
Yeah.
definitely want to know more about that and what you're doing. So let's kind of get into it. So partnering with H Cubed, how did that come about? How did you, because what you do, chiropractic care, it was part of the wellness package that healthcare workers could
Exactly.
choose. One
Exactly.
thing I chose to do, no regrets there at all, changed my life. So
Yeah,
how did
yeah.
you kinda get into that?
So, like I always tell people, it's really nice to see, something in its infancy. Watching your baby, me being a new dad, watching your baby go from baby to even a 2-year-old now, the most amazing thing I've ever seen. And I actually met Miss Carla Delia and even Mr. Kalea in More Life Chiropractic. And I got to see them kind of transform from, just a normal patient, just a typical conversation to more of those exciting remarks where we're starting to think, okay, hey, maybe I want to start this, maybe I want to do that. And then I saw them start to chase, they started going after it. I saw things moving. I saw blessings happening. And then to come to this point where I'm talking with you guys after working with them for quite some time, it's just like I say, amazing to see that grow from a baby stage to what we have here today.
Nice. So when you came on as, like, a partner, what was that conversation like? Did you have to think about it? Was it like, "Hmm, does this align with what I love?"
Honestly, the 2 ladies that asked me, it wasn't a second thought because these ladies they got it going, they got it for down pat. But no, one day they did approach me. They were telling me, how they want to support healthcare workers because these are people that don't necessarily take care of themselves, and it's always important to remember you can't fill anyone else's cup if your cup's not filled. And so when they approached me about coming on, it was immediately, absolutely, because at the end of the day, they can't go out here and support their community, my community, if they're not being supported themselves. And that's one of the most important things and a big foundation of what you have here today.
Yes, absolutely. So even just me working with you, I can say, y'all, Brenton is amazing, an amazing chiropractor. He's informational. Like I learned so much. I learned so much. He helped me. I didn't even realize I was in pain until I wasn't in pain anymore. Like it was crazy. So can you tell us a little bit about like your journey into what you do as far as a chiropractor? Like what got you into
Yeah.
chiropractic care?
So when I was in high school, my mother got a Guillain-Barré syndrome, which is a autoimmune disorder. And essentially, you lose motor control starting kind of at your feet. And as you move up, they say once you hit diaphragm, you're done because at that point, you're not breathing. And we probably had a 2-year stint just being in and out of hospitals, different areas, just once again trying to get the answer, trying to get this, better health. And I just started to realize very quickly the healthcare system is definitely where I want to be. but I had a different approach. I needed a different path because what I saw was not what I wanted. And so that's kind of when I fell into the whole chiropractic realm and that essentially a more holistic approach to healthcare. Because at the end of the day, guys, you need options. And I hope people understand that if you're just banking on one thing, if you just expect that one miracle pill to come out and heal anything and everything, you're going to be waiting quite a while. And so that got me into the whole chiropractic realm where you can once again promote self-health, promote self-healing. Your body's an amazing natural thing, but we have to remember to take care of that. And like I say, the people in this field, the frontline workers are very, very much people that don't take care of themselves, to take care of everyone else. And so, chiropractic became a way for me to support people and everyone else too.
Yes, yes, I love it. Thank you so much for sharing that story. I really appreciate that. And thank
Yeah.
you for everything that you do that brought you to that.
Yeah. Yep. It's definitely it's been a journey, but I wouldn't change a thing. I tell you, when you see someone get better with chiropractic, like you talk about yourself, when someone experiences the benefit of chiropractic, it's truly just life changing because at the end of the day, they're not going to want anything less. So it's always a win in my book.
Right. Ex Yes, exactly. Changed my life. So we're giving people care that refreshes, refuels, and rebalances, and that is definitely what happened for me, and I am forever grateful. Down to, like, Brenton was telling me, like, I would walk into my appointments, he'd be like, "Those shoes are not like, you shouldn't be wearing those for what you got going on. These are not
But
good for
but you
you."
you you have to
And
think
I was like, "Okay,
about
what
things
about
like
my
that.
other one?"
You
Yeah,
you have to
we
think
don't think
about
about,
things.
and I would be doing my actual job in the shoes that I would come into your office with, so I definitely was not taking, because I didn't think about it. I didn't realize it was a thing,
Even
and
think
so I
further
have
than even think further than that. Say you wear those shoes around the house. Once again, if you're always wearing these shoes, and say you do have a misalignment, say your hips are hurting, say you start to compensate, and so now you're wearing that shoe down more than anything else. And so say we get things better. Say I fix you. But think about the shoes you're wearing. If you're not replacing those shoes, you're still going to once again lean on it just the same way that you did before. Your body's so amazing. It's just like, oh yeah, I remember these things, and you're going to go right back to doing what you have to do. So that's why, once again, it's just so important, especially for people like that are working, long hours, doing lots of walking. I know any CNA, nurse, any frontline worker is walking more than 5 miles a day, I would assume, stepwise. And once again, those shoes are going to wear down very quickly if you're not thinking about replacing them, getting better fitting shoes, getting better forming shoes. So even little things like that is something you have to pay attention to. And over time, it will wear your body down if you don't.
I feel called out, first of all. Um, but this happens often when I speak to Brenton, so he holds me very accountable to myself, which I love. And my sister is a CNA also, so this is a really important conversation. I work in mental health, but I will say, knowing her and what she does on a daily basis, she does a lot of walking, lifting, just physical activity. So I have a little bit of stats here. Let me see. Up to 10 patients a day. They help with ADL. So that's moving people, showering people,
Correct.
cleaning them up,
Correct.
um, doing hourly rounds, depending on what kind of patients you are working with. Um, how does that impact your back, your shoulders? I know we talked about walking a little bit in the feet, but how does that
So
affect those different areas of your body?
you were right on that exact path. At the end of the day, all those things they're doing repetitively. They do them every single day. And so when you think about it, and you're serving someone else, if you have a patient that is on a larger side and they slip and fall, like your first reaction, you're probably going to catch them. People that care about working with someone else, they're probably going to want to grab them and take hold. And very quickly, you can essentially throw your back out. You can slip a disc. You can herniate a disc. You can have compression fractures. Like there's tons of things that people go through and experience every day. Where at the end of the day, if you're providing for your family, if you're trying to make a living, if you're trying to make things meet, you're not going to want to take off work. Being in a healthcare system, I'm sure you would have some amazing healthcare, but once again, you're not going to want to tell them that you're hurt. You're not going to want to have to be put on maybe a, lesser pay or a supplemental pay
Mhm.
because you're not getting your full hours. And so you're going to work through it, and then you're going to do it over and over. And yeah, your body over time, you're going to heal up a little bit naturally. But once again, you go to catch that heavy patient again, and then it's right back to the same thing. And now the injury's worse. And so now it's building on each other. And so once again, it's so important to remember like the micro traumas you experience every day is one of the biggest factors that are going to make things worse. When you go to sleep at night, and you that was beautiful. Good looking
That was
guy.
great. It was a great
Uh,
picture.
but if you are, once again, if you're working, if you're trying to make things happen, you're not going to be thinking about the little things that happen. And so when you go to sleep at night and you wake up and you're like, Doc, I was just sleeping and I think I threw my neck out. No, it's like you looking at your computer screen that's way too low for 12 hours a day. That's what's really hurting you. And then that last little hay on this thing that breaks that back, and then that's where things kind of go from there. So once again, those micro traumas, very important to watch for, very important to think about when you do your day-to-day activities.
Yes, definitely. And being part of the cohort, I was blessed to be blessed with clove shoes. Oh my gosh, changed my life. I probably will only ever get these shoes from now on. Um, they are so comfortable. They're
Oh,
so they're so just comfortable. I don't even know what else to say. They're
and
comfortable.
attractive. They're
They're cute too. Mine are white and purple because purple is my favorite color, and they're so cute. There's so many different colors and combinations also, so style, don't worry about that, it's there. They're really good for you, and I didn't realize I knew shoes were important and having the sole and being supported in that way was good, but walking in those shoes, I can tell the difference when I'm not walking in those shoes. I've had
one of
days
the,
at the end of my day where I'm like, "Oh, I probably shouldn't have walked in these shoes today because
well,
I can physically tell the difference in my body of how I
100%.
feel."
Like I
So,
said, when you feel good, you know what feeling bad is. When your feet feel
exactly.
better, you know what your feet feel like.
Yes, exactly. And I think we have a video here talking about clove partnership. I don't know if we can pull that up now. Wow. Did y'all see those colors? Those were so cute. You would never even know that they were specifically for your feet to just be supported. You're just like, "Oh, those are cute." I love it. I love it. All those different healthcare workers. You see all the behavioral health technicians, CNAs, transporters. Like, there's so many people who have benefited not only from HQ, but the things that they've provided, the chiropractic care, the wellness packages, the shoes in the cohort program, working with Mark. Um, and I can say me just being exposed to the different things that wasn't paying attention to prior to working with H Cube is amazing. And I'm so grateful. I love it. I love it. I love it. I love it. So Brenton, let's talk a little bit more about what you do. So when you had healthcare workers coming in to get care from you, what did you notice consistently?
Um, Consistently low back, neck. I would say
Mm,
one of the biggest things is uh, a lot of people think healthcare like, oh, they must be walking a lot. Well, you definitely have people that sit a lot too. You definitely have people that are sitting long hours too. And just like anyone would do when you sit at a computer, You kind of start to do the slouching, and you do that for long periods of time. Once again, you will start to load your spine more than anything else it would in the body. And so, we start to get those disc issues. We start to have that breakdown over time. It's kind of like your tire. Take your car tire, and say it starts to wear uneven. What's going to happen to the tire as you keep going? It is eventually going to ruin your
More wear.
tire.
Yeah.
And so at the end of the day, you can't necessarily reshave that tire down. Well, the nice thing is you can get a new tire with tires, but you can't get a new spine. You're not going to once again fix that spine. And so we have to be so aware of things like that, especially when it comes to like long sitting repetitive jobs. And then on the other end, you have the ladies that are definitely picking up people. They're having to lift patients. They're having to bring the heavy equipment around, push people around, like much more of your manual labor side of healthcare. That is just as a red area where you're going to once again slip something, fracture something. And like I say, any logical person these days, you want to work, you want to provide, and so people very quickly just keep going and kind of forget about it, and keep saving those lives, which is a very important thing and what we really want to do. But we just have to be so aware of that. And Shay, hey, how are you, Miss? Nice to see you down there in the comments.
We've got some people in the comments. Hey, Shay. I believe Shay's in behavioral health. I could be lying, but shout out to Shay, healthcare worker who got services through H Cubed. And Sylvia, we see you too. Hello. Thank you for being here. I love it. I love it. I love
Yes.
it. Thanks so much for watching, y'all. Thank you again so much for being here, Brenton. Let's see. How did working with the healthcare workers and HQ, how did that change any perspectives for you? Did it make you want to do more? Did it
No,
what
it absolutely did. I think even more so, seeing the ladies once again take something from an infant to this full blown thing. It excited me in doing more, and it even sparked changes in my life. It made me realize, I can impact more, I can do more, and so it even made a big change in me. So, like I say, what they're doing, what these ladies have created, the people they're supporting, like this is such a big blessing for the community, such a big blessing for more than Kansas City. I hope to see this grow. I hope to see this catch on, because once again, you have to support the people that are supporting you. And at the end of the day, if you're not taking care of yourself, they need people like Miss Carla and everyone else on the team to be that person for them. Because at the end of the day, if you're not going to do it for yourself, you need people like them to do it for them. And that's where
Yes.
everyone else and all the partners come in.
Yes, yes. We've got some more comments and Carla, shout out to Carla. H cubed, we love you. Hi, Tori. Tori saying hi. We talk about you all the time, Brenton. We're like, Brenton would be so disappointed in me for wearing this or doing this. Like, my back hurts. Let me call Brenton. Like, you have changed our lives, I'm telling you. So our appreciation just every time I talk to you, I'm just gonna give you gratitude. Just know that.
Well, I definitely appreciate it, everyone. Like I say, you guys speak too highly of me, but I do appreciate it.
Not at all. So in your own practice, how do you promote self-care for yourself and your business? I know it's you and your wife for the most part. Do you plan on bringing people in? How are you navigating that
Correct.
self-care walk
So,
for you?
hey everybody, I see you guys in the comments. But like I said earlier, that spark changed for me, and so I was actually able to come up to Iowa, kind of like I talked about earlier, and now I have two other docs that are supporting me. And so one of the biggest things, I came in and we immediately started. We were very consistent with like regular care for ourselves, and so I went from once again filling cups in Kansas City with no true care for myself, to having regular care. So once again, I'm not longer just preaching at you guys. I'm practicing what I preach. So
Yeah.
like I say, it translates more than just H cube. Like you can do it in any aspect of the industries around. So once again, a great thing, and something we practice firmly, because I get adjusted twice a week now, without a doubt.
Nice. I was gonna ask if you actually get your own work done.
twice a week.
Nice. I love that. I love that. Thank you for sharing that. And I'm so excited for you. That's amazing. 2 more doctors. I love it. We've got a lot of comments here. People love you.
Miss Cheryl, for your husband, the biggest thing I would tell you is once again, if he works, if he's driving a lot when he works, you're already gonna have things working against you when it comes to posture. And so one of the first things I would suggest is really focusing on ergonomics and whatever he is doing, especially if he's driving. And then two, if he can get some kind of regular schedule to where he can pull over, kind of walk around his truck. I would assume it's 18 wheeler or something bigger than that, but doing some laps around the trucks because all that excessive sitting is definitely going to work against him. And if you think about it, if he's sitting and then he goes to sleep and then when he gets up, he has to work again, or if he's not being good about, all the other things in life like exercising, things like that, it's just going to make those repetitive injuries or whatever traumas he's already had just worse. And so, big things I would tell him to do is really focus on ergonomics while he's driving, and then just get to moving, get to walking as much as possible. Walking is going to be his best friend. It may not be as fun, especially in the beginning, but you have to get moving. And then seeing a chiropractor. I'll throw that out there too. Shameless plug.
Yeah. I do too. Ever since working with you, I'm like, have you been to a chiropractor before? Because I haven't. It changed my life. So shameless plug. I don't blame you at all. It's not That's not what it is. It's literally people need to know more about it. Um Working with you and the way that you explain things makes it so much easier to understand, like, oh, this isn't just something that, like, for me, since I'm young, but it's like, oh, it's like when you get older, you need a chiropractor. Like, you don't think
Yeah.
about those things because
No,
people don't talk about it.
exactly that. Exactly. If I got on this today and I was like, hey, everybody, if you're watching this at home and you don't have cavities, throw your toothbrushes away. Never brush those suckers again. They would end the stream very quickly and they'd be like, Doc, hey, don't ever talk to us again because that's crazy. That's illogical. But once again, people will go to a chiropractor or they'll be like, oh, I don't need a chiropractor. My back doesn't hurt. But it's just like ignoring your teeth. It would be just like not brushing your teeth. If you don't have cavities, why are you brushing your teeth? Because you want to be proactive. You want to take care of what you have. The nice thing is it's 20, 30K, guys. We can get some veneers. I can get you some new teeth. We can spend some money and get that. But at the end of the day, at least right now in this day and age, you're not getting a new spine. If you do, I would imagine it would be on the multi-million-dollar level to get a new spine. But right now,
Mhm.
that is not possible. So you have to take care of what you got. You have to take care of yourself because you're not going to serve anyone else once again if your cup's not full.
Oh, absolutely. And in this line of work with healthcare workers, it's so easy to put your needs second. It's so easy to say, "Oh, I kind of hurt my back today at work. Like, I'll ice it. I'll lay on
100,
a heating pad and I'll be back at it tomorrow because XYZ, my team needs me, my clients need me. I love what I do." But
100%.
you have to love you too. You have to take care of you first
Absolutely.
before you can really be anything for anybody else.
There is a golden rule in chiropractic, and it is always the most important spine in the room is the doctors. Because at the end of the day, I will not be able to adjust you if I'm not taking care of myself, if I'm not thinking about how am I adjusting. And so I will always tell you, hey, my spine is the most important, but yeah, yours is next. Because once again, I have to be able to move. I have to be able to adjust you.
Yeah. That is so well said. I love that. Okay, just a couple more questions here. Do you have any advice for healthcare workers who, like, really struggle with finding that time for self-care, among the because some people work really rigorous schedules, and it's
I
nonstop on top of family and relationships and life?
and that's why once again I will shamelessly I will proudly promote chiropractic. At the end of the day, it will be one of the most cost effective and time effective things you can do. When it comes to finding a chiropractor that's in your hours, yeah, we may have to do some searching because you guys do work long hours. But I do know also at the end of the day, you have to take a break. Once again, you have to take care of yourself. And so, one of the biggest things I would stress is finding an alternative to healthcare, and/or just for finding time to get that extra healthcare and to get the exercise in, and then to finding you a good chiropractor, making it about yourself. Because at the end of the day, you're You get hurt at work, you're going to be taking a lot longer to get better. You're going to be taking a lot more time off to get better than you would if you just taking off to get your adjustment whenever that may be. So the biggest thing is
So,
just
so
tapping into
true.
that.
Yeah, prioritizing your own self and prioritizing that time. I had to do that recently because after not working with Brenton for a while, I kind of was just like, "Oh, I'm feeling good. Like I'm young. I'm fit. It's okay." Oh my
It's
gosh,
easy to say.
I've never had worse pain in my life. Like brought me to tears, and I had to go and search for a new chiropractor. And shout out to Baker Chiropractic and acupuncture because just in the week and a half I've been seeing this chiropractor, I'm already finding relief. Just simple relief in the little things. That's how important it can be because like you said, once you know what feeling good feels like, anything less than that, you're like, this is not okay. I
Exactly.
don't like feeling like this. Let me go
Exactly.
back. I need to go back to being taken care of. And so I'm back in it. I'm back into my weekly appointments because I need it. Like it's not like, "Oh, I no, I need it. I am making time for it because my body is now telling me I don't have a choice anymore." So,
Preach.
learn from me if not anyone else that you need a chiropractor. All right, let's see. You got some comments here. Hello, Amber. Thank you so much, y'all, for
And
being active in the chat. I love it. I love it. I love it. Um, so do you have any social media or anything where people can find you? Because I know you sometimes you'll post and give out some information.
yeah,
Do you
yeah,
have
yeah,
anything
yeah.
that we can plug for
Um,
you?
nothing crazy, nothing that's out yet. I do have something
Okay.
that, like I said, we're gonna launch soon. That
Okay, so we'll be looking out for it.
yeah, 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 yeah. I got some crazy stuff. You guys will be in the
Okay.
loop. I'll be around. You guys
Okay.
won't see my face.
Okay, sounds good. Sounds good. Okay, let me see. I got one question here. What message or piece of wisdom would you like to leave for our listeners as a source of inspiration and guidance for their own paths towards self-love and holistic care?
Mm, I like that, Miss. I like that.
Thank you.
Uh,
Came up with it myself.
yes, yeah. Um, I do like that. The biggest thing I will tell you is once again, especially when it comes to chiropractic, especially when it comes to taking care of yourself. I love to put chiropractic so honestly with that because it's one and the same, guys. At the end of the day, your brain, you guys thinking, you guys listening to me, interpreting that's all happening up here, guys. At the end of the day, if you didn't have your brain, nothing's happening, and that happens through the spine, through the nervous system. Once again, the thing that we
Mm,
adjust, the thing that we're taking care of, like that is your lifeline. That is the ultimate communication between brain and body. And so I want to stress to you guys at the end of the day, chiropractic is more than just like, okay, does my neck or does my back hurt? Headaches, migraines, blurred double vision, ear infections, vertigo issues. There's tons of different functional things that chiropractic can help with if you give it the chance. And the only way you're going to do that is once again listening to your body, taking care of yourself, and getting checked. Making that step to be like, hey, today I'm going to take care of myself, so I can take care of my patients at the office or take care of those patients in the clinic. So once again, guys, just keep that in mind. At the end of the day, it's more than just a back or neck. It's much more than that.
for sure. Listen to Brenton. I have not listened to him before, and he has proven me wrong. He's come back to bite me, y'all. So listen to him. I promise you won't regret it. Um, Brenton, thank you so much for
Yeah,
coming and having this conversation with me. This is so important. I've looked forward to this conversation since I found out we were doing this. Like, this
me
is
too.
only episode
Me
2.
too. Like I
And
say, it is awesome seeing another person go from just talking about things. Guys, chiropractors double as like psychiatrists out here because like I hear a lot of things honestly, but seeing another person go from infancy to this, like kudos to you, miss. Kudos
thank
to you.
you. It's all the support and love around me, people believing in me, and wanting me to do good. I'm blessed. I don't think it's me, honestly. I'm just blessed in this life, honestly. Um, Again, thank you so much, first of all, for letting me know what feeling good feels like. And then thank you again for joining me in this conversation.
Yeah,
I really
thank you
appreciate
guys
it.
for having me. Thank you for having me. I truly appreciate all of you ladies.
Yeah. And on the behalf of H Cubed and the Healer's Journey, I want to say thank you to everybody in the comments. I want to say thank you to Carla and Delia in the back in the studio, making everything go so wonderfully here so we can have this conversation. And I want to give a big shout out to the Health Forward Foundation for helping H Cubed be what it is today and provide all the services that it does for people. And I definitely want to give a big shout out to the Kansas City Chiefs because we just won the Super Bowl and I'll be off the parade tomorrow. So with that, y'all, I'm Lisha Lee and we are out of here. Thank you.
Thank you. See ya.